Hey, hello everyone. Excuse the mess, okay? I'm doing a bunch of work in the shop, reorganizing it, stuff like that. So we got stuff everywhere. But in the meantime, work must carry on. So I'm going to make a short little vid here on something interesting. And yeah, like I say, excuse the mess. This place is always, stuff's always getting moved around. We got stuff coming. We got stuff going, new equipment and all that kind of stuff. And on that note, we have some super cool projects coming. I'm just going to tease you a little bit. And not even engine projects, complete builds. So just a little teaser there. Anyways, I want to show you something here that just happened to me. For those of you who have been following our oval track engine build, this one here, you've seen when we installed the crank, we had a thrust bearing issue. It had no end play on the crank. So let me get this turned over. And we had to take the crank back out and just do some work on our bearings. On the thrust surface of our bearing. So within a week of that time, we started building these. Now, these might not show up within a week on the playlist. I don't know. But anyways, we started building this one. This is our Vortec Head 406 small block street engine. So we got the crank put in the thing, and it had zero end play. So we're going to have to pull the crank out again and do the same thing. And that's kind of odd. Within same brand of bearing. I'm not going to point fingers or anything like that. This video is about checking everything. It's not about, pointing fingers at anybody or anything like that. So I just got to find my wrench. I already got these loosened off. I'm not going to try to just loosen the caps and pry it up and pull the thrust bearing out of there. I'm not going to do that. End up crushing the corner of a bearing or putting a little mark on the crank. It's just at this point, we got to go in here. Let's just do it right. And then we can get back on this build. Actually not. I got a problem with the rings. We're delayed by a week for the rings, and this is actually one it's for a friend of mine. We're doing some stuff together. Just a super cool guy to boot. And it's definitely a super cool build. So, it's just a raw hide dead blow hammer. Okay, so on the last one, we just used a nice home stone and we knocked the surfaces down on these. On the last one we did, we also found that this surface was very irregular. And by the time we had just a nice true surface on each end and stuck it back together, we had our 7th hour in place. So I'll just give this a quick wash and we'll see where we're at with this one. Just give this a mic in a few spots, see where we're at. We'll check the bottom, we'll check the top, shell, and see where we're at. Or upper and lower, I guess is what we're supposed to call them. 17 2/10. 15, 16, 17, 18. So this one's definitely not out as much as the other one was. Or it's not as, it's more consistent than the other one. 17. And here's our lower. I hope you guys can see all of this. Hope I'm not out of frame. No, there's our problem. No, maybe not. Well, we're just going to start lapping that down on the stone. Very true, very concentric. We'll see how she ends up. I know the crank's not going wrong. Okay. Go over here and show you what I'm going to do here. Okay, returning these bearings is not an option at this point. Deadlines and all of that. And the thing is, we've had 2 in a row, so what's to say that the next one's going to probably be the same anyways. I don't know what's going on, but this why we check everything. I hope that's in view. Yeah, it's definitely in view. So I got a core stone here. I'm going to take it down about 2.5 on each side. And then I got a fine stone here too. We'll just polish the surfaces up. After that, if you guys agree or disagree with what I'm doing there, shoot me a comment. If you run into this before, shoot me a comment. Tell me how you fixed it. Tell me how we think we should fix this. Like I say, this is twice it's happened to me. Both times we didn't have the luxury of ordering new bearings. And like I said a couple minutes ago, they would have probably come in damaged anyways, or not damaged, but I would have had the same problem. So we're just gonna, these come down pretty fast. On it, I didn't want to take it to the belt sander. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to hold it true. This way I can hold it down, seat it, clearance out a bit, see what happens. Almost there. Okay, I'm going to take these down. 5, finish them up on the fine stone, and then I'm going to install the upper and see what we have for end play. And if it's good, then I'll do the lower exactly the same and finish it off. Okay. I also want to do, I'm going to do one on just thrust bearings here in a bit. There's all kinds of people on you can go and research what they do to the thrust bearings to put oil on this. This is actually a bit of an issue, oiling your thrust bearing. Definitely check out. Well, I'll do a separate vid on that. Sorry, guys. I gotta go wash this. I'll be right back. Actually ended up being a very nice, I hope you can see that on there, a very nice polished surface. It's a smoother finish. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see it on the camera. Anyway, sorry. It's a smoother finish than it definitely had originally. Okay. Let's throw it together and see what we have. We This one here, I'm super excited about getting this on the test stand, running it. This is going to be, I'm kind of envious. I might have to build a copy of this for myself or something. I don't know. Just good old school way of building stuff. And again, like I always say, in all of these little vids or whatever you want to call them, true up your bearing or true up your cap and tap it down into place. Don't let the bolt take it into place. End up breaking a cap or doing some kind of weird funky stuff to it, that's for sure. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to set that rear thrust. Well, I don't have to set the rear thrust. We don't have the main on. I just want to measure it, see if we have our clearance that we want. And we do. We'll cut the other one exactly the same, and then we'll set our thrust bearing surface, and it should be good to go at that point. Well, one. Okay, we got 6 thou. Okay, that's it for now. I'm going to do the same thing to the other cap, or to the lower bearing insert. We mic'd it with our mic, so we know exactly where to put it. We're going to put the cap back on it. We're going to set our thrust surface, torque it down, and we're good. We're back where we left off. You got to check everything. There it is, twice in a row, 2 consecutive builds. Wow, unbelievable. Anyways, that's what we're about. We want to show you guys how to do stuff, show if you run into a problem, how you fix it, and I'm going to finish that up, and I'm going to get back to straightening the shop out. Talk to you all later.